Peace to the Moors, peace to the Muslims, honors to all the ancestors who came before us. My name is Nathaniel, Nathan L. Kaiser Bay. And I'm going to give the greetings of Holy Day to all of you, all Muslims and Muslims. You don't hear the word Muslim much these days, but that's what we all are. And then they changed it to make it synonymous with the word Muslim. But there's a difference. You need to do research on that as much as you can. So the topic today I'm going to talk about, and the way I do things is the subject comes up, and I say, okay, if I have an interest in learning about something, I'm going to bring it on my channel, research what I've done, and get input from the community. Gluttony. What is gluttony? This topic came up. I was talking with a family member about me binge eating ice cream maybe once a month. You know, just eating the whole box, the whole paint or whatever portion you have purchased. Because we're not talking about something you make. We're talking something you have purchased. Yeah, I do that. I may purchase a 32 carton of ice cream, 32 ounce, and yeah, I binge eat the whole thing over a day. You know, just take my time, but I eat the whole thing. And I was sharing that with a family member. He said, "Oh, that sounds like gluttony." Not that he was saying I was gluttonous, but just the idea. And I talked to a few other people, family members. They do the same thing. But I said, well, let me do some more research. Because when I have an idea of gluttony, I think of someone who's obese, morbidly obese, who cannot control or chooses not to control their intake of food. Because when you are morbidly obese, it shows that you're eating all the time and you're eating the wrong kind of food. That's why it's hard to lose weight because your body is not eliminating properly. Now, I've had habit most of my life of eating at specific times. Usually in the morning, I may eat a piece of fruit and drink a hot beverage at 10:30. Then I won't eat a full meal until about 3 or 4. Between 3 and 4, I ate my largest meal. And that's it. You know, no snacks, no munchies. Now, if it's a time I'm going to eat some sweets, I would eat that after my meal, which, like I say, starts about 4 or 5. So there's no eating for me after 7 as a habit. Now, if I'm entertaining or being with someone who's being entertained, yeah, I may eat popcorn or something like that, trail mix, but not no full meal. And my weight is proper weight. I'm within the boundaries of my weight and age. I think a man being 160 is very healthy, no matter what age he is. 160 pounds. Yeah, that means you exercise, you work out, and you watch what you eat. So you have a temperancy. You temperate your body. Your habits are temperate. You're not out of control. And I'm sorry to say, but the truth is, your body shape and your looking morbidly abused shows you have not been in control. So no, I'm not a glut. I'm not gluttonous. Does you see? Ask the purpose. Why do you do that? Why do you binge eat ice cream? Eat the whole carton at one day. Now, if that were question asked, the answer is because I know that ice cream that I purchase has poisons in it that's not good for the body. Unlike if I make my own ice cream, I don't need, uh, I would have a normal portion. So I buy it, and what I want to do is flush it all out of my system. That's why I eat it all at once in one setting. I don't want to come and eat a little poison tomorrow, a little poison the next day. No, no, no. I don't want to see that ice cream until at least another month or two. Yeah, that's a habit, but it's not gluttonous habit. Allow myself to go off my strictness. And someone told me that if the body don't recognize bad food, it won't. In other words, too much of anything is excess. So yeah, I put some poison, mix my body up, so when I can appreciate the good food. I'm not gonna say I eat non-additive food all the time. No, I eat some poison. I put some stuff in. I know that stuff, but the point is behind that, I do not eat it every day, so that poison is not circulating in my body. When I eat it at one day, within 3 days, I have eliminated all of it from my body. You see? So it's a check and balance to why I do that, to keep my channels clear. I get it in, but I get it out. As opposed to people who keep ice cream in their box and eat a scoop a day, that poison is always circulating in your system. I don't do that. I know it's not good for me, not good for my body, but I can handle it because my body is clean. But you don't want to squeaky clean. You don't want to live a squeaky clean. No, that's not healthy as well. So you put the poison in to give your immune system something to do, to keep the immune system sharp, to attack the poisons, to eliminate it. Because if you just eating good food all the time, uncontaminated food, your immune system go to sleep. You ain't got nothing to do. So that's my purpose behind it, to stimulate my immune system, to keep them busy doing the job. Because anything you don't lose, you use. Now I'm not recommending this for everybody. You have to have a certain level of health before you do what I'm doing. I'm just telling you what I do. And I open myself up to this habit to a family member. And I'm making this video to prove to myself that I'm not gluttonous. No, I'm not gluttonous. I have very much control over what I eat and how much I eat and when I eat. And food is not always on my mind. As the people who start off in the morning eating when you don't even need any food. When you wake up, you don't really, body don't need any food until maybe 12. See, I don't stick to one thing. I may have a habit for a few months where I may eat at 12, a full meal. Then I may eat again later, maybe 6 or 7. I have a variety of eating schedules, but each one of them I keep for at least 2 or 3 months. But I have specific times I eat. And the reason why I do that is because I want to know when I'm going to be eliminating, so I won't be caught outside doing business, because I don't like to use no one restroom but my own. So I know if I eat a certain time, that specific time when I'll be eliminating. I know how long it takes my body to digest. And I eliminate every meal. Do you do that? Well, if you don't eliminate every meal, if you eat 2, 3 meals a day and eliminate once a day, you are ill. You're eating more than the body needs. So I would say that is unhealthy eating. You're eating the SAD diet. Yes, SAD diet. What is a SAD diet? Well, the acronym says it all. The standard American diet is SAD. Because most people in my community are lactose intolerant. You shouldn't be even drinking any milk or milk products, cream and stuff. And caffeine is an intoxicant. It's a poison. You take some coffee grounds and throw it outside, you kill a whole colony of ants. You kill all the insects. That's what we used to do with the coffee grounds. So why would you put that in your body? No, I'm just saying if you got to know the meaning of words you use before you use them. Look up the definition of the word. Don't just throw a word out there because you think it's just somebody eating a lot, more than a serving, that they're gluttonous. No, gluttonous shows in many different ways. It's in how many times you eat a day, how many times you eliminate. If you eat and don't eliminate that meal and eat again, that can be gluttonous. What else is it? If you are, I would say for a man over 180, 190, 200 pounds, well, it depends on your height. But yeah, that's not healthy if you're overweight, obese, or even morbidly obese. Because if you are handicapped in a way where you can't get around much, that means you don't exercise as much. Shouldn't you limit your food intake? Maybe that's why the system is backed up. Your gut is backed up because you're putting food in and it's not being eliminated because you don't work it out. You don't work off the food. See, I tell my body this. See, if you want some food, you have to work for it. What's the work? Well, I don't have a job when I say work. I'm talking about the work for my body is exercise. You know, walking, riding a bike, calisthenics. I don't get nothing out of going to a gym because that can ruin the body. Your body weight is the only thing I will focus on uh, picking up my body weight. I don't need to pick up nothing 200, 400 pounds more than me I weigh. Why put that stress on my body? When would I need to pick up 200 pounds in real life? Because if you build up the muscles, don't you know that you got to break them down to keep that muscle every day? You got to maintain that muscle, or it's going to just turn the flap, and your skin is all stretched out of shape. Yeah, it's take a lot of work to keep them muscles. If you that's what your body, that's what you want because you want to look good. But most healthy people don't carry a lot of muscle. For what? Anyway, hope y'all learned something from this talk of mine on gluttony. And I just want to make this record of my habits for anyone who see me binge eating ice cream, assume that I'm gluttonous. No way, no way. So that's my story. I hope you benefit from it. If you do, subscribe, share, and if you need to change your habits, change. Isn't it odd when you go to the doctors, they never talk about your diet or what you're eating or exercise? Or do they? I don't know. I haven't been to a doctor in a while. But when I was going, they just want to check your blood pressure, check your blood, do tests. But they don't have to mum on what have you eat today? When did you eat? We all know that processed food is the killer. What do I mean by processed food? I mean something that's not natural. Man has got his hand on it. Natural food is food that's grown, vegetables, fruits, not in a package, not processed. But all these drinks, that's not natural. I don't care if they say no sugar. They got sugar substitutes that's worse than the sugar. You want some sweet juice? Eat an apple, eat an orange. Get the real deal from the tree. Somebody put a fruit juice in a bottle for you and tell you it's fruit juice. They're lying. It may have 5% of fruit juice, the rest is just sugar. And you believe you're getting nourishment for your body? Anyway, that's it for now. Thank y'all for sitting in, and anybody in the chat. All right. Enjoy the rest of your day, your holy day, and hope you enjoyed this message. It's benefit to you in some way, and you can share it and pass to others. And it be a benefit to you in your way of life. Peace.